Hello, everyone. I am Ambassador of IAGRC Maria Andoni Mukhli. I run the Secretariat of IAGRC in Cyprus. I am also the founder of Verge Group, international development agency, second to none solutions for governments, politicians, and citizens. It is based on pure umbrella of creativity and innovation. Now, this information is trying to focus on objective facts, eliminating as much as possible the subjective point of view and the political point of view. That will give you material to develop your own critical thinking and reach healthy conclusions. One chemical engineer asked me to see this rather from their own point of view, the current approach of COVID-19. I wanted to do this sooner. Since September 2020, I asked unofficial actors affecting public policy to cooperate to adjust a more functionable approach to COVID-19, but they said they had their own solution. I waited for some months, but I saw that it is not reaching to any holistic solution. So here I go. I present you this as the community has asked me to do so. Now, regarding coronavirus, it is not a new virus. It goes back, its ancestor, 55 million years. The community, the international scientific community, has concentrated on coronavirus, studied coronavirus, and created records for its development and cure for medicines for about plus 20 years. Now, coronavirus is studied by standard sciences on which the international community has created the records for the development of coronavirus and its cure. And that would be an interlinked effort of standard sciences like macrobiology, pharmacology, biomedical engineering, biophysics, and genetics. This is only standard sciences. They check the evidence, each one on their own, and then they verify them. They cross-check and verify them. There are quite a few types of coronavirus, and there are only two types that change the cell before COVID-19 appearance. This mutation to the cell, based on the standard sciences study and results, is that it causes, it infects the cell into a type of flu. People are asking whether there is medication for mild COVID-19. And yes, there is medication. Then they ask what kind of drugs these are. And that would be cheap medicine from traditional pharmacology. All Also, there are drugs for heavy COVID-19, and that would be, again, cheap medicine from traditional pharmacology and maybe some others. This, all the above mentioned, was cross-checked and verified as objective facts from, let's say, from one of our doctors that studies COVID-19 mild and heavy cases since its beginning. This doctor studied more than 100 cases of patients with mild and heavy coronavirus. He treated them all with cheap medication from standard pharmacology that we already know of. Some people say that all the above might be conspiracy. Well, to that, I reply with a question. Since when standard sciences, microbiology, biology, let's include that too, please, because it's basic studied at schools. Pharmacology, biomedical engineering, biophysics, and genetics, which are interlinked sciences, standard ones, cross-checking and verifying facts, leading and referring to objective facts, since when they became a conspiracy. Now, people are asking, so we hear about so many things, what are we actually dealing with currently? And the one we're calling COVID-19. Based on all above mentioned objective facts, it could be maybe the case of a new virus and scientists and leaders gone confused about it. Maybe in some cases we saw that the university degree did not meet practical application and results. Maybe we're dealing with something different, and for sure that makes the vaccine not related to COVID-19 as the objective facts indicate. That would probably be the answer for non-effectiveness or many deaths as reported in Italy by the Nobel awarded HIV professional who discovered HIV. The same questions are posed for masks and rapid tests. Now, 7 universities internationally acknowledged took some tests, a sample of tests, which were reported as positive to COVID-19. Each university studied the case of the samples and found out, and then they cross-checked their findings, and all of them found same thing, that those tests, those samples called COVID-19 positive were flu type A and flu type B that you can find online. Then people ask whether this is a variant of coronavirus, what we're dealing with, the COVID-19 case. Whether it is a new or old virus, it goes all the same. Virus cause some infection related to flu types. They come and go on their own. This COVID-19 had low rate percentage of deaths, very low than many other cases, either of diseases, illnesses, or other social situations we are facing, and they're causing a lot more deaths and serious percentages. We are not patronizing the percentage, the low percentage of deaths during COVID-19, by no means. But the question is, why did we choose this COVID-19 with low percentage of deaths to make an enormous case of it and lock down the countries? Then people asked me whether it is violation of human rights that the cheap traditional medication was not used, since it is proven that they treat COVID-19 mild and heavy cases. And it is true that any other method used that was not necessary on people, except that medicine that could cure them, in cases it could cure them, yes, it is violation of their human rights, because they suffered medical interference that was not necessary, and probably painful for them and their families in different ways, of course. And they thought that there was no alternative. There was no choice for them to choose another treatment. Another question posed was whether I'm against pharmaceutical companies. My official correspondence shows I'm not against pharmaceutical companies, because I've tried a project some time ago, but then I thought, because we have the pure source umbrella of creativity and innovation through Virtue Group in Cyprus, we would have a better future in pharmaceutical industry if we created our own project. And what I'm thinking is that probably the pharmaceutical industry itself might think to sue those who rushed things up and ended up in vaccines that caused serious doubt about the effectiveness of pharmaceutical industry during times that the pharmaceutical industry, based on the international literature, has concerns about the public image, the supply chain, and how to produce some types of medicines. And that's only a few topics that concerns them. There are plenty more. What I would like to say is that definitely we know a set of information, objective facts that lead to the objective fact that the current COVID-19 approach was not rational thinking. So each one of us have to think our responsibility towards the community and try to correct this as fast as possible. Thank you so much for watching and sharing your concerns with the Secretariat of IHRC in Cyprus. Thank you.